It's January 5th, 2011! So I just wanted to say hi because I feel I've been very absent, and I wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing because I've had a lot of questions about like, what are you doing? What's your New Year's plan? And I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I'm being healthy and it feels wonderful. I'm not doing it at all 100%, but I'm just making really smart decisions and I'm really happy about it. So let's see, let's start from the beginning. I kind of was like, well, whatever, it's the holidays and I'm injured and I'm just going to do my best to eat well and not eat in overabundance, you know, like crazy, and hopefully keep my weight around the same. So actually, over the last 2 months, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I did not gain more than 3 pounds. In fact, I gained, I think, up to 5, and then when I went to Seattle for Christmas, I actually lost weight, which is all the walking and being so cold and shivering that uses more energy in your body. Plus then, just I wasn't eating very much. And I never noticed such a difference in my eating habits as I did when I was in Seattle this time. It's the longest I'd ever been away from home. I'd never been away from Seattle longer than a couple of months. And so now I've been away for, I mean, I've lived in California for 1.5 years, but between Christmas '09 and Christmas 2010, I didn't go home once. So that was the longest I'd ever been away from home, and I'm so hard on myself that for this whole time I've been thinking I'm not doing good enough, I'm not doing good enough, I'm changing my habits, yeah, but I'm not good enough, because I have a complex that I'm not good enough. And so then when I went to Seattle, I noticed that actually I am doing pretty damn good, and I need to shut up sometimes and stop being so hard on myself, because my habits were completely different. When you're away from one environment for so long, going back to it, you really notice what's changed. And I noticed I wasn't eating like I used to. I wasn't going to all my favorite restaurants and fast food places up in Seattle like I did last Christmas. And like, we make Christmas cookies every year. It's tradition, and I always eat like 50 of them, and like I can't stop myself, and I have to like sneak it away from the family so that they don't know that I'm eating all the cookies. And like this year, there was none of that. I had like maybe 10 cookies over the whole vacation, and like there were like 100 of them. But there was no sneaking away from the family. There was absolutely, in fact, no hiding anything I was eating. Like even the pumpkin pie, which is one of my favorite things in the whole world, I just had 2 small slices, 2 like sliver slices when I was there the whole time. Like, anyway, these were not like decisions I was making to be good. These were decisions I was making because this is how I eat now. And I started to really appreciate how much change has happened in my life and how much I'm really ready to say no to so many terrible foods, and I don't even really want them anymore. So with that said, I've come back from Christmas. We've been home like just a week, and I've been spending it just reading like crazy about vegan cooking, because I really want to be healthier. I really want to be smarter about my food choices and about how I'm treating the planet, and whether I'm supporting local agriculture and local seasonal produce, and I really want to be aware of these things. But I feel like I'm inept because every time that I try to make that leap to a healthier, smarter lifestyle for the benefit of all, I fall behind because I'm not prepared to cook that kind of food, lots of vegetables and grains, because I've never done it before. And I keep throwing myself into these plans expecting that like this time I'll follow it to a T and it'll be perfect and I'll know what I'm doing. But the truth is, until I learn the fundamental basics of cooking and food preparation, I'm always going to fall behind and let myself down, which in my opinion lets everyone else down. So what I've been doing is a whole new approach, which is learning how food is combined across cultures, across the world, using a pile of cookbooks and vegan guidebooks and textbooks that I have. But my favorites are these ones that I've now gone through and earmarked recipes on. So what's kind of happened is I've started to learn the fundamental basics of preparation. You have your grain, you have your beans and protein, and then you have all the different vegetables, and then you have spices, and you have herbs, and you have oils, and nuts and seeds. And between these different combination factors, you can basically do anything depending on what style of food you want, what cultural spices or leanings you're taking in your dish, or whether you're going to go full out like traditional cultural meal from either here or anywhere else. I'm just starting to get how it works together, and I know I'm rambling now, but the point is that in understanding this, I feel like I can finally approach a healthy living, vegan lifestyle without the fear that I'm just going to stumble and fall really soon into the plan. So I've been making smarter choices. I've been replacing my grains with whole grains, and I've been eating a lot more vegetables, more fruit. But I'm always getting my fruit in. It's the veggies I really have to push. And I've been following a plan, and it's very good. It's not, by any stretch of the imagination, vegan yet, but there's way less meat, and dairy's kind of like a side thing that I might have once a day or once every couple days in a dish that I'm having at a restaurant or even at home. Like, I'm still using mayonnaise. I'm not switching to veganese yet. I don't know if I ever will. I might just omit mayonnaise rather than eat a substitute. But anyway, so I went through The Kind Diet by Alicia Silverstone, which this is like my new food Bible. Everything I've read in every one of my favorite books about healthy food and healthy living and how to be the optimal health naturally, everybody says, even if they say meat and dairy are okay, they've always come back with some caveat saying if you really want to be the healthiest, you're going to follow an exclusively plant-based diet. So I want to follow an exclusively plant-based diet, not just for health and everything else, but because it feels good and because it's what I prefer to eat. If I have my choice, if I could have a chef cook anything for me, I would be vegan already. So it's just a matter of learning. So I went through my books and I earmarked all the recipes based on greens, like any sort of vegetable or vegetable mix or vegetable primary dishes, and then I have grains, and then I have beans. So that's this separated out. And then I went through my other favorite books, like the Raw Food Detox Diet. I mean, these are all raw food recipes, but you still have to eat salads and raw foods even if you're not a raw foodist, you know. So anyway, the recipes are awesome. Here's another one, Raw Food, Real World. It's just amazing. Plus it teaches you how to make all different nut butters and all different smoothies and had a bunch of juicing recipes. And then I also went through just some other books I have, Superfoods RX, the Diabetic Cookbook. And then my mom gave me this for Christmas, Simply Organic, a cookbook for sustainable, seasonal, and local ingredients. So I went through all these books and I bookmarked lots of things and I'm really excited. A couple other exciting things that happened. I saw a couple documentaries. One was called Dirt, which I thought on the whole was, it was catering down to a less intelligent audience in my opinion, and I found it very frustrating for that because I knew most of the stuff that they were presenting, but the overall presentation and point of the film was very good. I also saw the movie The Future of Food. If you haven't seen that, you must see it. It was fascinating just about how to support the earth and about industrial agriculture versus local agriculture and genetically modified foods versus all the natural and millions of varieties that come from the earth and why our messing with that is messing with the planet, and it was just fantastic. The Future of Food is very good. And speaking of which, if you see either of those and you really, really want to learn more and more about food, I recommend that you watch the Google Talks. You can find them on, just search Google or search YouTube. Michael Pollan spoke to Google and Alicia Silverstone spoke to Google, and both of their lectures are just fantastic. And also, I suppose finally, I'm going to join a CSA. It's like $20, maybe $30 if you buy a really big box every other week for like all your fruits and vegetables from the CSA. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, CSA is a community-supported agriculture. It's where a farm or a group of farmers get together and bring their produce to one location or usually multiple locations within a city, and they drop off baskets for all the people that pay to participate in the community agriculture. And so you can pick kind of what you're going to support, and in my case, I've narrowed it down to 3 different ones, and I'm going to probably pick this one, but anyway, 3 different ones, and they all grow local, sustainable, organic agriculture where they crop rotate, and some of the farms in the CSA do fruits, some of them do more vegetables, some of them do mixes, and then they all pool together and give everybody piles of seasonal food every week or every other week. I think I'll join the one that's every other week. So I'm excited. I'm going to keep eating healthy and keep learning about how to cook healthy things, and then eventually start showing you guys how to do it, which is the ultimate plan, but I'm not there yet. But I have to learn. It's just like every time I want to do something for you all, there's like piles and piles of learning and practice on my end that has to happen first. So what will be happening soon is I'm going to be starting the FAQ videos very soon, very soon. This is a 2011 project, so you should see one coming from me shortly. Follow the Yellow Line will be up in the next week. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm sorry I can't update more. That's just the way life is. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next video.